It's not quite visible yet. I like to say that we're in two crises, and that's what makes this so bad. The financial crisis started in a serious way in the summer of '07. The recession in the United States, according to now the official dating of the National Bureau of Economic Research, started in December of last year. But it really started in earnest to become a serious recession only a few months ago. So in terms of the financial crisis, we've been at this a long time. And, you know, I don't know, maybe we're past the halfway point, maybe, although the history of this crisis has been one surprise after another. But in terms of what I'd call the real crisis, the word crisis used to be used in economic history, still is used as a recession or a depression. If you go back to that archaic use of the word crisis, on the real side of the economy, jobs, incomes, things like that, we're just at the beginning, unfortunately. It means we're just seeing the early stages of what's going to be a major contraction of employment, probably amounting to several million jobs. We're about 1 million to the negative right now. And I'd be overjoyed if we could hold the loss to 2 million. I think that's very dubious, and we may be looking more like 3 million by the time this is over. We're now living here in the late 2008 in the second down quarter, where instead of having growth, we're having contraction. I think we'll probably have 3 to 5 down quarters. So the outlook for the economy is not good at all. And by the way, that's going to reverberate back on the financial system, as it always has. When economies go sour, things you thought were good loans turn into bad loans. And we barely have seen that yet. Well, I think I would start and then with 2 words, but a lot more has to come after the 2 words, and the 2 words are think big. This is a huge set of problems. It's not one problem. It's a set of problems, huge problems. So some are financial and some have to do with employment and output, sort of normal business cycle things. So starting with the obvious, and everybody's talking about this already, of course, the administration is going to need to promulgate and get through Congress a very large economic stimulus package of some combination of tax cutting and spending by the government, which, among other things, is going to balloon the deficit, the budget deficit, to numbers that will scare some people. It wouldn't be a big surprise, given the combination of stimulus and recession, to see the budget deficit pass $1 trillion. I said $1 trillion, not $1 billion, dollars, which is an astounding number. Just another one of the long list of things which, if you'd asked me a year ago, might this happen, I would have said no way would that happen. But it's been full of surprises. Then on top of that, there's a huge agenda still of how do we get out of the immediate financial crisis, and then a third huge agenda, if he ever gets to it, I hope he will, about what do we do to fix up our financial system, including the financial regulatory system, so things like this don't happen again. And that's just for openers. You'll notice I haven't mentioned healthcare, the environment, a whole lot of things that, as a candidate, President-elect Obama spoke a great deal about.